Hey students, so this is part 2 video of terminating and repeating decimals. So if you can please turn to your workbook page 381 and we're going to do some problems together, give you some practice with this. It's important because the next lesson you need to know how to do this. Alright, I'll pause the video if you need to. Okay, so we're back. We're going to look at example 3 together. Alright, so there's two ways of thinking about this. You can think of this as -2 plus 2/3, and then make this 2 decimal point, and then just figure out what this is, right? However, well, it's going to be a negative. Most of you, I think, the proper way for you to do is probably change it to an improper fraction first, then divide. So, Ferris wheel, multiply, add. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8/3. Yes, it's negative. We'll give our decimal a negative number at the end. All right, so 8 divided by 3. Remember, numerator divided by denominator. 3 goes into 8 twice. 6, 2 left over. I have a remainder. There's no decimal point, so I'm going to add a decimal point, bring down some zero. I'm going to move over some zeros. So drop down a 0. 3 goes into 20 6 times. 18. 2 left over, bring down the 0. 3 goes into 20. 6, 18, subtract 2, bring down a 0. Looks like we're going to keep getting 20, right? So this is going to be a case where it's a repeating decimal. So we would write this as -2 decimal point 6, and you put a bar over the 6 to show that it repeats and continues with the 6's. Now if you had done it this way, 2/3 is 0.6 repeating. So this, because this is the whole number part, it would be -2 decimal point 6 with a bar. For those of you who choose to do it that way. That's how I generally think of it, but I think for some of you doing the improper fraction will help you. Alright, so let's go to the bottom of the page, and I want you to actually do, let's try D and F. D and F. First one you should know, so pause the video. Alright, so I asked you to do D and F. Alright, now this one you should know. Quarters. Think money. This is -25. If you forgot, you do 1 divided by 4. Do your decimal division. I'll do it really quick. So you see it terminates. This is a terminating decimal because there's a 0 remainder. Now this one's going to be the interesting one. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to change this. I know it's negative, so I know my decimal is going to be negative when I'm done. So let's use the, change this to an improper fraction. So here we go. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13 over 6. You go back to the bottom, right? So now you got to divide 13 divided by 6. 6 goes into 13 twice. 12, 1 left over. There's no decimal point, so I have to add a decimal point. I'm going to add some zeros. Drop down a 0. 6 goes into 10 once. 4 left over. Drop down a 0. 6 goes into 40 6 times because 6 times 6 is 36. I'm left with 4. Drop down a 0. 6 goes into 40 again 6 times. So you see what's going to happen. We're going to keep getting this 4 remainder, so it ends up being 40. So our answer, so this is going to repeat. It's going to keep going. So our answer is -2.16, and you put the bar over the 6. That's how you would do that. All right, let's turn the page and let's do the real world problem that's on the next page. And here we go. So we're on page 382. So it says, and I know the book does it, but I do want you to see the words and how important this type of problem is. Well, I just canceled out of that. That wasn't good. All right, here we go. So it says, Frankie made 34 out of 44 free throws. To the nearest thousandths. Thousandths means 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. What is his free throw average? All right, so we got to change this to a decimal. So this is 34 divided by 44. Before I even do the division, I see they're even. I'm going to do that first. I think it'll make our math easier. So if I divide by 2, this would be 17 over 22. It might make it easier. So this would be 17 divided by 22. So 22 cannot go into any of these. So I'm going to have to add a 0. All right, now this is where I'm going to have to, let's see, do some math on the side. So I'm going to cover up one finger. Remember my one finger rule? All right, so 2 into 17 is 8. So let me try 22 times 8. And remember, never get rid of your math. So it looks like 8 is too much. So I'm going to do 7. So 14 carry the 1, 154. So decimal point 7. So 154. I'm going to subtract and borrow. So this is 16. I'm going to have to add some zeros. All right, so it looks like it's going to be 7 again. 154. Subtract, you get, got to borrow, 6. Drop down the 0. All right, it looks like this goes in. 3 is too much, so 2 is 44. So this is 2. So that would be 44. And when I subtract 16, bring the 0. Okay, so now, do you see how this, at this point, it's going to start repeating? So this is going to be 7 again, and then it's just, this whole thing is going to repeat. So it's going to be 2, 7, 2, 7, 2, 7. So it did say that they wanted us to round to the nearest thousandth. So the way that you round to the nearest thousandths, you cut it off at thousandths. 1, 2, 3. You look at the next number. 5 or more, you add 1 more. So if I round this, I'm going to have decimal point 773, which is 773 thousandths. And that's how you would round that. All right, so now time for you to be doing your homework and work on your puzzle piece. Use your notes, and you also have some reteach notes. Good luck.